Well, good evening. Welcome to the 59th commencement ceremony of Conestoga Valley High School. I'm Principal Mike Thornton, and we welcome all the parents and grandparents and family, friends, and the many educators, our support staff, school board members, administration, all of CV assembled here at Calvary Church once again. And we cannot thank Calvary Church enough for all that they do each year to give us a beautiful facility to have our ceremony. Should also know that they provide us with all kinds of services, not just the building, everything from the parking lot to technical services, maintenance, and every kind of event management task that there is. So how about a big round of applause for Calvary Church? We gather tonight to honor the class of 2017 and celebrate their graduation from high school. We celebrate this great milestone with respect and dignity. There are traditions here at CV, and in order to continue that tradition, we ask for the following. Please silence all cell phones and devices. And from using them, please do not use them during the ceremony. Cameras are an exception, of course. And please minimize leaving the sanctuary during our speeches and special honors and awards. We also ask for special consideration as the graduates' names are called. You may have seen some of our requests up on the screens. As they walk across the stage, we have a very large class this year, and we do have a time schedule to keep. We love our ceremonies, but we don't want to be here all night, so we will be reading those names a little faster, so we don't want any kind of interruption to someone's name. We appreciate your help with that. We're very proud of them. We know you are too. And we practiced our big celebration when we're all done with all the names. So please respect that. Our school photographer, Life Touch, will be here taking pictures, and they will be available for ordering for all of you. Final note, when we are done, we'd ask you to please remain in your aisles as the graduates are leaving, and let's allow them to leave. First, they have to go to the fellowship hallway to get their actual diplomas, and we want them to be able to get out there and get that and then meet with you and celebrate in the lobby. Our graduates will be entering down the steps on the far sides of the sanctuary and proceeding to their seats. Enjoy the ceremony.
We made it, CV. We have made it to our high school graduation. Years of childhood stand untouched behind us. Moments of joy, when we first learned to ride a bike without our training wheels. Moments of sorrow, the passing of Mr. Pritchard. Moments of pain, being heartbroken when our crush didn't like us back. Moments of awkwardness, all of middle school, let's be honest. Moments of fun, driving with the windows down with friends, blasting Taylor Swift. Moments of silliness, as a toddler dancing in the kitchen in your underwear with your dad. Years and years of rich memories that have made us who we are today. We will never have those years back, those years full of so much beauty. But as we transition into adulthood, beautiful experiences such as those from our childhood do not have to end. The adult world has been portrayed as harsh and unforgiving, and we tend to associate being an adult with mundane work and loads of stress. However, that same beauty and wonder that existed in your childhood still will exist as you transition into and live in the real world. You just have to look for the beauty that is all around you. Life becomes a different type of beautiful now moving forward, a beauty that we may have to look harder to see. As children, we are amazed at the world that we are placed into. As soon as babies come out of the womb, they look around in awe of everything that they see. Every setting is new to them, and they stare in wonder at their surroundings. That sense of awe at what is around us slowly fades over time, doesn't it? As the world becomes more familiar to us, it seems to become less special. The more we are given and the more we experience, the more common all that we have becomes. The house we live in every day, the school we attend, the people we see on a daily basis, the items we rely on, like our toothbrushes, running water, toilets, all of these things become commonplace. And when something becomes commonplace, it goes to the back of our minds, and we forget about it. That's why so many adults miss the beauty around them. They become blind to it. As we grow, we get used to life, and we have a hard time seeing the beauty around us, as I'm sure many adults here can attest to. So how do we combat this problem that so many of us face? In order to see the world through the eyes of a child and to appreciate life fully, we have to recognize and be grateful for those things that we too often take for granted. First and foremost, we must appreciate our family. Family members are often the easiest to take for granted. They are there for us when no one else is, yet how badly do we treat them, and how easy is it to go years without truly valuing them? Despite the arguments and the fights that may occur, at the end of the day, family is family, and you know that they will always love you. Yet we often give them our worst, and we expect them to give us their best. I remember a conversation I had with my mom where she pointed out that I don't always treat her with the same love and care as I do those around me at school. As children, we loved and we valued our family above all else, seeing them as above reproach. Yet as we grow older, we become influenced by other people and other things, and the value we place on family gradually starts to dwindle. We now tend to take for granted the precious gift that we have in family. As we transition into a different sort of relationship with our parents and our family members, I would encourage you to continue to invest in your family. And you know that starts with thanking your parents today for getting you to where you're at right now. Similarly, we take for granted the wonderful friendships that we've been blessed with. Those middle-of-the-night runs to IHOP and footy pajamas, the spontaneous trips to Hershey's Chocolate World, the deep conversations around the bonfire, all of these things would mean nothing without the friends that we have around us. The happiest moments we had as children were when we were with our buddies, having snowball fights, playing Pirates versus Indians, going to breakfast on Keystone mornings. We won't have as much time to spend with our friends as we grow older, as we'll have to work, take care of our families, do all of the other necessary things that we'll have to do. But it is important that we still make time for friendships and invest into them, as we can find so much support and beauty in these relationships. Unfortunately, too often we take for granted all those around us, thinking that people are here to serve us. The shelf stocker at Sharp Shopper, the barista that brews our coffee station coffee, our family, our friends. It becomes harder to see the beauty in others as we grow older, because we see and experience the hurt that others can cause. So as we grow older, we tend to become bitter and guard ourselves against strangers, remaining frank and distant, judging from afar rather than remaining open and forgiving and willing to show empathy first and foremost. As you enter this next phase of your life, please don't close yourself off to people and miss the beauty of friendship that can start from intentional interaction with strangers. So often we forget about ourselves as well. We forget how special we are. Yes, we take ourselves for granted, failing to point out the good parts of ourselves and failing to encourage and recognize ourselves on a consistent basis. Every quirk, every weird habit, every talent is so beautiful. Yet, how do we treat ourselves most of the time? In order to be successful and achieve what you want, you have to first recognize that you are capable. As young children, we never doubted ourselves, but somewhere along the way, we learned to criticize every part of who we are, and we adopted this attitude that we're not good enough. Recognize what you've been given, the talents and the gifts that make you who you are. In addition to valuing our family, our friends, and ourselves, we also can't forget to see the beauty in life itself. In general, we so often forget that life is a precious gift that has been given to us. It is so important that we realize how beautiful this gift of life is. In life, there is joy and beauty to be found in abundance if you would only open your eyes to see it. And in an instant, this precious life that we've been given could be taken away. I mean, think of how suddenly Mr. Pritchard passed. Every second that we have here on earth is so precious. We can't afford to waste any time. The poem Life is Precious reminds us of these simple truths. It reads, "Life is so precious and each day a gift, so enjoy every minute as if it were your last to live. Cherish your loved ones and hug them tight. Share with them your heart and your time. Nothing is forever and life goes so fast. Each minute that passes is one that you can't get back. When troubles arrive and knock you off your feet, stand up and smile and remember that life is too sweet. Every morning when you wake, decide right from the start that today will be a good day and let it all in with an open heart." Graduates, your life is entirely what you make of it. You decide how to react to situations, how to spend your time, and the perspective that you see life through. You make the choice when you wake up to either appreciate the world around you or take it for granted that day. You decide whether or not you are going to seek out the beauty that still exists all around you. The things that happen to you are beyond your power of influence, yes, but by consciously deciding your response to whatever happens, you determine the course of your life. So above all else, seek first and foremost the beauty that is all around you, because ultimately, it changes your perspective on life. As we are leaving a large part of our childhood behind tonight, I challenge you to still remain a child, to live with childlike acceptance when we made friends so easily and didn't judge others, to live with childlike innocence when we cared absolutely nothing about what the person next to us thought of us, to live with a childlike sense of wonder in regards to the world around us, to live in awe of all of the beauty that this world holds. Take a second to look around right now. Actually, look around. Look around at how lucky we are to be alive right now. How beautiful is this moment? The celebration of people that we've become and our growth as human beings. How special is it to have all of us together one last time with teachers, friends, family, those people that care most about us. How beautiful is this moment? So class of 2017, it is my hope that as you move forward, you would be able to see the beauty all around us. Thank you.
Good evening, everybody. The first part of my speech is going to be a little interactive, so I expect everyone to interact. There's this chant at CV that ends a lot of pep rallies and assemblies and a lot of important things. So when I say we are, I like you guys to not yell, to shout, actually, yeah, to yell CV. So I'm going to go, we are, and you're going to go, CV. A little louder, we are, CV. We are, CV. We are CV. Thank you, guys. So, on On April 24th of 2017, I sat in a coffee shop trying to figure out what I would say to you all today. Do you know how many people are here today? It's a lot. And my heart was racing then, just as it is right now, as I tried to figure out what I could possibly say to 350 plus graduates, their parents, siblings, their aunts, their uncles, their friends, all of their loved ones, and too many teachers and staff members to count. What could I possibly say? I'm nowhere near the smartest, or the most athletic, or the kindest, or well, a lot of things. So what could I possibly say? So I'm staring out the window, and the anxiety and panic is growing. And I kind of want to back out, and I'm getting more and more nervous, and then I just stopped and I smiled. And that's where the theme came from. That's all I can think of to describe my entire high school education, this building panic anxiety, having absolutely no clue what I'm doing. And then a smile. See, that's what life is made up of. The panic moments, the mistakes, the pain, and the bad. But life is also made up of the smile, our triumphs, our best moments, and the good. Now see, the way I see it, life can boil down to a pile of good and bad things. And I cannot find a better way to put that into a situation than high school. And I can break down my high school education into 3 kinds of bad and 3 kinds of good. The first kind of bad is the anxiety of high school. It's the first day of freshman year, and you're off the bus, and the bus is the worst, so you're already in a bad mood, and you're walking up the front steps, and you think, do I look okay? Where is my first class? Where are all of my friends? Where am I going, and why am I so impossibly short? Now, the older we get, those worries don't just disappear. In fact, they turn into things like, what kind of person am I? What are my friends like? Where are my friends? What am I doing after high school? And the anxiety ends with a statement, and it's where we are right now. It's I'm going. But the first kind of good of high school kind of counteracts that anxiety in a way. It's the excitement of high school. It's the clubs, the pep rallies, the competitions, the homecomings, the proms, the friendships, all the things that smatter Mrs. King's yearbook or our parents talk about as the best memories of high school. The second kind of bad is the sadness. Now, the interesting thing about high school is when something bad happens, first one person knows, and then 10, and then 500, and then the entire school and your mom knows exactly what happened, every detail down to the last button. And the most potent tragedy I can think of at CV happened last fall. Mr. Perry Pritchard passed away. I remember a teacher telling me in the hall what already happened. And I remember walking to my first block class and sitting down, and Mr. Thornton's voice came on. And when he said the news, somebody in the class gasped. And then it was quiet. And it's that kind of silence, not where people are murmuring or people are shuffling. It's that kind of silence where it feels like for a second, the entire world holds its breath, sits still, and everything stops. But it's the moments that follow that I remember clearest of all. I remember seeing freshmen comforting seniors, which as a freshman, that's a pretty scary thing to do. I remember seeing juniors helping sophomores places. I remember seeing students comforting teachers, and that's something so unique to CV, I believe, that it's kind of beautiful. My personal bad at CV was this kind of feeling of no hope that you kind of feel when you're in high school. Throughout most of middle school and high school, I've dealt with self-harm, depression, anxiety, and along with that comes this feeling of loneliness. And the brain, for all its wonder, has this trick of convincing you that you are entirely alone. But CV counteracted that trick. Something that I don't hear from other students at other schools, I don't see in my cousins or the people I work with from their schools, is this uniqueness at CV that comes in the people there. From your peers to your teachers to the staff members, they genuinely care about who you are. They don't always care about your grades or what you look like or what family you're from or what you're going to do with the rest of your life. But a good number of people here, I can say with confidence, genuinely care about you, your talents, your passions, your dreams. And it gives you this hope that if people can care now in high school, then they're going to care out there too. One of my favorite quotes comes from an incredibly nerdy TV show. It's called Doctor Who. And the main character is speaking on behalf of the life of Vincent van Gogh, a man plagued by mental illness while creating some of the most beautiful and iconic works of all time. Now, when he speaks to his life, he says, "Every life is a pile of good and bad things. The good things don't always soften the bad things, but vice versa. The bad things don't always spoil the good things and make them unimportant." Throughout our lives, we may experience a lot of pain and hardship, but we have a choice of how we let those things affect us. Throughout our lives, we're also going to experience a lot of triumphs, the smiles, the good, and we're going to have a choice of what we hold close to our hearts. We have a choice of what we take home with us at the end of each and every day, and I think that's an amazing gift. Now, don't think I'm telling you just to forget the bad, to only remember the good. Don't go home thinking I'm being foolishly optimistic today. I'm not telling you to put aside the bad. In fact, you need it. You can use the mistakes and the bad things from your past to help you grow. But here's the catch. If you only hold on to the bad, if at the end of every day, the only thing you hold close to your heart is the bad and the pain, you leave no room to grow. In fact, you'll be standing still. And I feel that concept is best summed up in a quote from one of the most cinematic masterpieces of all time, Hot Rod. And there's this quote, and it's this ancient Italian maxim that roughly translates to, "Those who are resistant to change are destined to perish." Soak it in, yeah, destined to perish. But whatever we do after high school, whether we're going into the military, the workforce, trade school, or a four-year institution, good and bad things are still going to happen to all of us. You're still going to have the disappointment of waking up bright and early, only to realize it's a Saturday. You're still going to get embarrassed because we dropped a binder full of papers or we spilled coffee on a brand new shirt. We're still going to get anxious. And we're still going to feel alone sometimes too. And I don't think enough people say that it's okay that sometimes we might disappoint or fail ourselves too. And pardon me for the typical high school guidance counselor statement, but we have our whole lives ahead of us. We have our whole lives to make mistakes and do things wrong, sure. But we also have our whole lives ahead of us to be happy, to do crazy things, to take chances, to make ourselves proud and accomplish anything. Both of those things are part of the package. And I believe that this graduating class is ready for whatever life is about to throw at each and every one of us. As we think back on our high school career, graduating class of 2017, we're going to remember a lot of mistakes. I know for me personally too, a fair amount of L's, pain, lost friendship, tears, some dark moments, the great water crisis of 2016, and vaguely that time our school might have caught on fire. Now, who said Mr. Thornton wanted to send us out with a bang? But we're also going to cherish a lot of laughter. We didn't have to do a graduation project. The inside jokes, our accomplishments, endless sheets runs, the excitement of school events, so many dubs, and getting to see each other grow up. So as we leave today, graduates, and in fact everyone here, I encourage you to think back on the memories you made up to this point. Some of them are going to make you cry, and some of them are going to make you laugh. But I encourage you to have those memories, to have them help you to grow. Thank you.
Good evening. My name is Maggie Wong, and I'm the president of the class of 2017. Our class is an accomplished group of young people ready to move on and pursue their hopes and dreams. It is my privilege to deliver the class president's address this evening. Conestoga Valley High School's graduates will be pursuing a variety of majors and specialized training and degree programs. Many will be entering the military services and joining in the workforce as apprentices or in-job training programs. Still others will be entering missions work or traveling to explore other types of growth and development. Still others are undecided and will continue to explore their options. The class of 2017 understands that graduation marks the beginning of further education and preparation. A number of graduates will be attending Pennsylvania-affiliated schools such as Indiana University of Pennsylvania, Millersville, Kutztown, Westchester, Lock Haven, Shippensburg, East Stroudsburg University, Penn State, Pittsburgh, and Temple. Still others will be pursuing postgraduate study at technical colleges and 2-year certificate and degree programs. They include Harrisburg Area Community College, the Pennsylvania College of Health Sciences, the Academy of Freelance Makeup in New York City, Gwinnett Technical College, Thaddeus Stevens, NASCAR UTI in North Carolina, Pennsylvania College of Technology, the Art Institute of Charleston, the Culinary Institute of America, York Technical Institute, and the Fashion Institute of Design and Merchandising in Los Angeles, California. Other members of the class will be attending an array of private colleges and universities. They include Belmont, Brigham Young University, Buffalo, Bucknell, Drexel University, Duquesne, F&M, Gettysburg, Grove City, Hofstra, King's College, Lancaster Bible College, Lebanon Valley, Liberty University, Maine, Messiah College, St. Aloysius and St. Vincent's Colleges, Rider, Susquehanna, Virginia Tech, Widener, York College, and the University of Pennsylvania. The class of 2017 will be pursuing a variety of majors and career interests. They include accounting, architecture, art, culinary arts, biblical studies, biology, business and finance, chemistry, computer science, criminal justice, cybersecurity, dental sciences, education, exercise sciences, environmental science, media production, graphic design, health and medical sciences, history and political science, engineering, mathematics, music and theater, nursing, pharmacy, physical therapy, precision manufacturing, pre-law, sociology, sports science, and welding. The class of 2017 is very proud of those graduates who have decided to serve their country in the U.S. Armed Forces. I ask the following students to stand and be recognized as I announce their names and service branches. Please hold your applause until all names have been called. Dylan Beaver, Army National Guard. Jordan Hartraft, Army. Jordan Jet Griffin, Marines. Wayne King, Marines. Chaz Schickel, Army. Seth Smith, Marines. Griffin Steckel, Navy. Nicholas Haltry, Marines. And Keegan Kuhn, Marines. Please join me in a round of applause for these graduates. The class of 2017 most definitely represents the diversity of America. We number 360 strong and represent nationalities, ethnicities, and religions from all around the world. Our ancestors and relatives are from Europe, Africa, Central and South America, North America, and of course, Asia. Over 20 languages are spoken in the homes of our graduates, and we are very proud of the first-generation immigrants who have joined our class during their high school careers. These immigrants come from the Dominican Republic, Mexico, Guatemala, Nigeria, Somalia, Ethiopia, Kenya, India, Cambodia, and Russia. And more locally, as far as our CV homes are concerned, we come from places like Brownstown and Talmadge, Bridgeport, Farmersville, Leola, Lancaster City, Birmingham, Bronx, Grofdale, Bearville, Stumptown, Smoketown, and Whitmer. Wherever we have come from, we are all one class with many different stories and are now ready to write the next chapter of those stories outside of CV. The class of 2017 is proud to carry on Conestoga Valley High School's tradition of the class legacy. The class legacy is a gift the senior class leaves designed to improve the educational environment for future generations of Buckskins. This year, our class legacy gift is a contribution to the Perry M. Pritchard Memorial. The school district will be naming the access road in Mr. Pritchard's honor and will be now known as Pritchard Way. Our monetary contribution will be used to help purchase signs and landscaping for our project. The memorial will help future generations of students know of Mr. Pritchard's contributions to our schools and his lessons of kindness and humility. The class of 2017 has several thank yous to share this evening. First, we would like to thank the teachers at all levels, elementary, middle school, and high school, who have worked with us in their classrooms, on field trips, and in numerous activities. We wish to thank the support staff, secretaries, classroom aides, custodians, and more, for their work at CV. Thanks also to our coaches and advisors for leading and guiding us in our special interest areas. Finally, we want to thank everyone who played a role in this commencement ceremony. Thank you, Mr. Doug Housel, our commencement advisor, and the teachers, high school office staff, and administration who helped organize tonight's ceremony. Fellow graduates, I would like to thank all of you for selecting me to be your class president for all 4 years. It has been an honor to hold this title. I would also like to thank my parents, and for all of you to turn, find your parents, and thank them for guiding us to the end of this chapter. Then I want you all to take the time to look around at the other graduates, the familiar faces you grew up with from freshman year to senior year. Together we have faced many milestones, like the fire, death of Mr. Pritchard, the different block schedules, the turf stadium, the access road between the middle and high school, and the open campus opportunities for students. But no matter what the milestone was, together we stayed CV strong. As we all go our separate ways pursuing our lives at a new campus, different country, new job, or basic training, we will still share some things in common. The wonderful smell of Lancaster and June 2nd. The last day before being open to a new world, and possibly the last time we'll be seeing all these familiar faces we grew up with. You will soon meet new people, experience new memories, and possibly travel to new places. I'm excited to see where life takes all of you. I would like to wish all of you the best and can't wait to see and hear about your new life after CV at the reunions I will plan. Don't worry, I will plan them. So go to you all, and again, thank you for allowing me to be on the stage delivering this address tonight. Finally, tonight the class of 2017 would like to honor Dr. Gerald G. Huskin, our superintendent who is retiring this year. We have the honor of being Dr. Huskin's final graduating class, and we'd like to recognize him with a special tribute. Dr. Huskin, would you please come forward? My fellow class officers, Madison Smucker, Matthew Doherty, and Harper Dodd, are bringing forward a plaque that the class had specially made for Dr. Huskin. It will be hung in the Conestoga Valley District Office, and the plaque reads, "In recognition of dedicated service to Conestoga Valley School District, presented to Dr. Gerald G. Huskin, 38 years of service to education from 1984 to 2017, as the high school assistant principal, junior high assistant principal, high school principal, assistant superintendent, and superintendent. Dr. Huskin, the class of 2017 and all assembled here tonight wish to thank you for your leadership and dedication to Conestoga Valley. You have shaped the future of thousands of CV residents, be the students, family, or community members, and have made Conestoga Valley what it is today. We wish you much health and happiness in your well-deserved retirement."
Well, thank you, Maggie, and thank you, Amelia, and thank you, Callahan. Inspiring words this evening, so much perspective. I was thinking that they give to us adults as we see them at this stage in their lives. The class of 2017 has left their mark on CV for sure, as you heard from our speakers, and they've experienced many unique opportunities and challenges. Higher achievement in the classroom, civic responsibility, and a passion for their interests and their activities all characterizes this year's class. They've achieved at extremely high levels and have been recognized with distinction in academics, community service, technical and trade expertise, athletics, and for demonstrating the highest character and citizenship. Over the past few weeks, many of our graduates were present at this year's senior ceremonies marking their accomplishments and achievements. Among them were the Senior Athletic Awards Night, Senior Awards Night, CTC Certificate and Awards Nights, as well as our end-of-the-year concerts, our activity banquets, and our senior recognitions. All told, our students received literally hundreds of awards and recognitions and scholarships this year. Please join me in a round of applause for all they have achieved. We're very lucky enough then to have some very special awards that the next portion of our program will cover, and we'll include in that comments from our superintendent and school board. At this time, and for the final time, I would like to call on our superintendent, Dr. Gerald G. Huskin, to come forward for his remarks to the class. On behalf of our school board, administration, staff, and CV community, I would like to offer to the class of 2017 our congratulations on this wonderful achievement and convey our very best wishes for your continued success in the future. Well, seniors, here we are. I'm very proud of you because after 13 years of hard work and persistence, you've made it to this point, especially since it has taken me 30 years to graduate from Conestoga Valley. But we are both ready to move on to that next exciting venture in our life's journey. I had the bittersweet task of starting to clean out my office after 19 years as superintendent over the past few weeks. Having been at Conestoga Valley as a building principal and at the district office combined for 30 years or so, you have a sense of history about this place. Even though my connection with CV only started in the mid-1980s, I was able to work with former Buckskins who were involved in the merger of our great school district from the 3 townships that we serve. Keeping that respect for our past alive and knowing where you come from are important. It has formed us, shaped us, and in large part made us who we are today. In fact, an earlier motto for our district was, honoring our past, building our future. In order to know who we are, we must remember where we come from. I had a practice over the years as superintendent of saving newspaper stories where Conestoga Valley was highlighted on the front page. I can tell you that pile was extremely high and filled with many success stories. I was especially touched by one such story that I found that I would like to share with you now. It's from Friday, September 16th, 2005. It's a back-to-school story, which I think you will find interesting, seniors. Mr. Ober, could you put that up on the screen? It's about a family of 6 siblings that were all at the same school at the same time. It was 12 years ago, so one of the persons in that photo would be 17, 18 years old now. But could you close in on that? Get a close-up? Yeah, that one. Hopefully you recognize Maggie Long, our class president. You surprised me. I'm surprising you. But it's a great story. I have the paper if you want it, if you don't have a copy. But I need to. But it's about parents. It's about their dream. It's about their work ethic and building a new business in a new place away from the city, building a new home for their family, instilling in their children that work ethic as they went to school to do well in school, and instilling in their siblings a loyalty to each other and watching out for each other. I don't mean to embarrass our class president, but such stories are certainly part of our history, our character, community, commitment. It is who we are. Having spent 30 years in one place serving a special community and its students has been the privilege of my professional life. I had my chances to move on to other opportunities over my career, but my commitment was always to this place and the people who have been so good to me. So what is my message to you? It is certainly not that you have to stay here for another 30 years. But take with you the character you have forged here and make a commitment to a community where you can make a difference. Aside from family, there's nothing else you'll find more rewarding in life.
I happen to be a baseball fan. I got that love from my father, who was a lifelong Philadelphia Athletics, then a Philadelphia Phillies fan. In fact, in his memory, one of my retirement goals is to visit all the Major League Baseball parks. I only have 8 to go. It will probably keep me busy for a while because they keep building new facilities. It's been a good reason to travel, even if it is for a do-over trip, which I call them, because of a new stadium. But having lived in Reading for a few years, I often attended the Reading Fightin' Phillies games. And on a stadium wall there's a quote that I'd like to share with you in closing. It is by a former Pennsylvania state senator who served that region, Senator Michael A. O'Pake, and he said, "I hope tonight and tomorrow, when we all look back, we can answer this question in the affirmative. Has my life made a difference for the good in the lives of others?" Seniors, take with you this special history and make a difference in the lives of others. You've already made a great start. You have made a difference in mine. Over the past weeks, people have been very kind in thanking me for my service and saying that I made a difference here at Conestoga Valley. Well, I really need to turn that around for you. The generations of students who graduated from our outstanding school district have made all the difference in my professional career. You have given my life true meaning, so thank you. Now it's your turn to take your buckskin character and find special meaning and commitment in your life's work for the community that you will serve. Time for all of us to pay it forward, seniors. Godspeed and farewell. It is now my privilege to introduce our school board president, Merle Ash, for some additional comments. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Huskin, and good evening to all of you. Families, friends, staff, administration, community members, and of course, students. Ah, yes, students. So tonight is your night, and you own this, right? Yeah? So turn to the one beside you and say, who is that old dude on the stage? Well, tonight it really doesn't matter much who I am, but it matters greatly who you are. So, who are you? You're not really a student anymore, because Webster defines a student as one who studies. So you probably gave up that title a couple of minutes before your last final. You're not a graduate yet, because I still see a whole stack of diplomas up here behind me. So, in this brief moment of time, you are without a label. Or are you? As humans, we have a tendency to freely dole out labels for other people at our convenience. Some labels are welcome and some are downright painful. Some of you just called me an old dude. But I think it's safe to say that all of you have had one or more comments and labels attached to you at times. And you've all heard them. Maybe smart, maybe shy, maybe a little awkward, or we've seen some friendly people. Maybe a little dumb, and some are maybe funny, and this is getting to be a little lame. But this list goes on and on and on. But is that who you really are? I say no, that is not who you are. Well then, who are you? Really? Because it really matters. These labels, they are just simply someone else's perception of you and of me. And I've had most of these labels attached to me by other people at some point in my life, but they are not who I am. So I must get rid of these labels and disregard other people's perceptions of me to know who I really am. I am not defined by other people's perceptions of me. I mean, good grief, many of you called me an old dude just a couple of minutes ago. My mom doesn't think I'm old. She thinks I'm young. So forget the labels that other people have tried to pin on you. Each and every one of you was created for a purpose, and you have a destiny. There are no accidents, none. Get rid of those labels and seek to find your place and your purpose in life. And some of you have found that purpose already. Others are well on the way to discovering who you really are. And some of you are just beginning that journey, and that's okay. And quite possibly there are a few here who are still saying, who's that old dude on the stage? But remember, I took that label off. Tonight is only the beginning for you. No more labels. You are not defined by what other people think of you. So I leave you with this charge. Be bold. Be strong. Be kind. Be honest. Be humble. And be forgiving. These aren't labels. Rather, they are deep, foundational character strengths that will guide and keep you. Don't let anyone look down on you because you're young. Rather, set an example for everyone in what you say, in the way you live, in your love, in your faith, and your purity. On behalf of the Conestoga Valley School Board, I say congratulations to all of you, and I wish you the very best. It is now my pleasure to present the Conestoga Valley Medal of Honor, an award started in 2000 at the graduation ceremony as a result of the generosity of the late Robert W. Rill, a former CV superintendent, and his wife Beatrice, both longtime residents of our community. This medal and a $1,000 award is to honor one senior female and one male who have brought honor to the CV School District through their excellence in the following areas: character, citizenship, academic achievement, and extracurricular accomplishment. This award also honors with a medal only a member of the community or a former faculty member who has made outstanding contributions to the well-being of the Conestoga Valley School District. I will introduce the community winner first in order that he may assist me with a student presentation. This year's community winner of the CV Medal of Honor is our retiring superintendent, Dr. Gerald G. Huskin. Dr. Huskin has dedicated most of his 35-plus year career to the students of Conestoga Valley, as you've well heard this evening. He's served as the superintendent since July 1998, and he's also held positions as assistant superintendent, high school principal, junior high assistant principal, and high school assistant principal in the district. Highlights of his current position have included a consistent focus on communications and programs that stress the individualized needs of all students and technology. Since he started, Dr. Huskin increased communications throughout the district by the addition of parent, student, and staff advisory councils. He also expanded partnerships with the community, the township, and the IU. And he added a district public relations and development specialist position. Under Dr. Huskin's leadership, the district added a full-day kindergarten and pre-K, implemented a bullying prevention program, strengthened its focus on standards, assessment data, and accountability, reduced the dropout rate at the high school, added a school resource officer, and increased instructional time at the elementary level. In 2015, he received the Pennsylvania Music Educators Association Outstanding Superintendent Award. In addition to his career, Dr. Huskin is active in the community. He is a past chair of the Board of Directors for Leadership Lancaster, and he is also an active member and past president of the Paradise Rotary Club. In 2005, he was awarded the Club Exemplary Service Award from the District Governor of Rotary District 7390 for his contributions. Since 2011, he has served as the Superintendent of Record for the Lancaster County Academy. In addition, since 2007, he has been a member of the Board of Control for the Lancaster-Lebanon Interscholastic League. Please join me in welcoming again and thanking Dr. Gerald G. Huskin.
Thank you.
It is also with a great deal of pride that I announce the student winners of the 2017 Conestoga Valley Medal of Honor and the $1,000 award. They have certainly brought great honor to CV in the areas of character, citizenship, academic achievement, and extracurricular accomplishment. They are Amelia Blanchard and Hunter Dillman. Congratulations.
Let's take our picture.
Please welcome Ms. Carrie Mulvihill, President of the Conestoga Valley Education Association.
Good evening. My name is Carrie Mulvihill, and along with teaching science at our middle school, I am also president of the Conestoga Valley Education Association, or more commonly referred to as our local teachers union. So tonight, I represent all those teachers who have influenced your lives over the last 12 years. If right now I asked each of you if I were to ask you if you could think of one teacher who has made a difference in your life, your choices would be numerous and range from a first grade teacher who taught you to read to maybe a biology teacher who inspired you to pursue a degree in the medical field. As you made your way through the classrooms and hallways of our CV schools, you have made connections and memories with teachers who have shaped a piece of who you are and will hopefully help guide you throughout the rest of your lives. Congratulations on your success that we celebrate tonight, and good luck to all of you as you continue your journey. You have made your teachers proud. So go out there, work hard, use your powers for good and not evil, and show the world that you are as smart as your teachers know you are. Each year at graduation, the Conestoga Valley Education Association is honored to make an investment in the future through the CVEA Scholarship. This scholarship is funded solely by the voluntary contributions of the educators of the Conestoga Valley School District. Through this scholarship, we emphasize the importance of being a lifelong learner. Tonight, we will be awarding a total of $12,000 in scholarships, and each recipient will receive a $4,000 scholarship award. It is my honor and pleasure to recognize our winners tonight, and they are Jenna Denlinger, Kirsten Herzog, and Katarina Tonkinson. Will you please come forward? Thank you. Congratulations again. And now I'd like to welcome Mr. Thornton back to the stage.
Outstanding. 3 great awards. Well, it is now my pleasure to introduce the top 10% of the class of 2017. This is also known as the President's Education Award. I do have a proclamation about the award from the White House. I am pleased to extend greetings to your entire school as you gather to congratulate the winners of the President's Education Award. Education is a lifelong pursuit and offers countless rewards for those who strive for knowledge and work hard to achieve success. By setting high standards for yourself, by making the most of your educational opportunities, and by diligently working to reach your goals, you are well on your way toward realizing those rewards. I commend you for your academic and civil achievements and hope you will continue to pursue your educational goals. Your community and your country are counting on you. Melania joins me in wishing you continued success as we share the pride of your parents, teachers, and friends. Sincerely, President Donald J. Trump. Earlier today at practice, those in the top 10% were given their gold tassels, which they wear tonight. You may notice them. They were also given a pin and certificate. I'm going to call their name and ask them to remain standing and hold your applause till all names are called. Lindsay Allcamp, Bradley Bear, Ariana Banning, Elizabeth Blaine, Amelia Blanchard, Elizabeth Brubaker, Iviana Colon-Greider, Mitchell Danaker, Jenna Denlinger, Hunter Dillman, Angela Edgel, Eric Graff, Josie Groff, Landon Hertzler, Anna Hess, Michaela Horning, Amanda Horst, Emily Kuhn, Harrison Lockoff, Solstice Lead, Calvin Lean, Shannon Love, Marissa Martin, Olivia Medina, Ryan Nedrow, Brandon Nielsen, Rachel Fenning, Samantha Proctor, Alexander Paleo, Amanda Sigmund, Rebecca Sipe, Derek Thrush, Katarina Tonkinson, Matthew Weeder, Storm Zink, and Mary Zinn. Ladies and gentlemen, the top 10% of the class of 2017. You may be seated. It's my pleasure now to introduce our assistant principal, Mr. Matthew D. Fox, to announce the salutatorian and valedictorian.
Good evening. First, I want to give a personal congratulations to the senior class. I have the opportunity tonight, as Mr. Thornton said, to give out the salutatorian and the valedictorian. These young ladies have excelled in and outside the classroom and the CV administration is honored to recognize these students. For the class of 2017, the salutatorian is Miss Amelia Blanchard. The valedictorian for the class of 2017, Miss Angela Edgell.
I'd like to now call up our senior graduation choir. Thank you so much. Under the direction of Mrs. Elizabeth Carney, who runs our choir program. Ladies and gentlemen, the members of the Conestoga Valley School Board and Dr. Huskin as principal, I attest that the candidates assembled here tonight, making up the Conestoga Valley High School class of 2017, have met all the requirements for graduation from high school as set by the state of Pennsylvania and the Conestoga Valley School District, and are now eligible to receive their high school diploma, and with it, all the rights and privileges intrinsic to that degree. We are now ready for the presentation of diplomas. Megan Byler. Anna Egan Hess. Abraham Amani Donga. Megan Rose Hartsock. Luke Trainer. Sarah Eby. Ian Huyard. Samantha Kramer. Ariana Banning. Jade Elizabeth Martin. Andrew Tuckey. Abigail M. Samuelson. Derek Allen Thrush. Jenna Denlinger. Robert F. Crone. Cheyenne S. Davis. Michael D. Jenkins. Amelia May Blanchard. Braden Baird. Samantha Grancy. Ethan Martin. Anna Snyder. Pavel Derechek. Jada Martin. Hunter Dillman. Jalissa Elise Carvajal. Taylor Budry. Haley R. Taylor. Dondre Bell. Kristen Bechtel. Bryce Shetter. Michaela R. Horning. Nicholas Kramer. Madeline A. Werner. Ashton Knappich. Samantha Morgan Proctor. Ewan Mark Dennis. Marissa Martin. Dylan Garner. Camilla Arbeles. Umang Patel. Julia Marie Beitelsbacher. Nathan Lozier. Arizona Parker. Sean Douglas Long. Jocelyn Marie Ressler. Brandon Reifsnyder. Amber Yutz. Zion Demir Preston. Ashley Grace Amway. Amir Allen. Danique Dixon Jr. Daniel Bowman. Clara Mary Penn Robinson. Alexander G. Paleo. Kristen M. Hurdleston. Isaac Mellinger. Sarah Koch. Travis Gaiman. Sam Pa. Enrique Sanchez. Michael Sadis. Kyle Kreider. Stephanie Ann Adams. Chandler Guillen. Joel Provost. Adam Platt. Noah McCoy. Katarina Tonkinson. Connor Edgel. Brandon Lee Lake. Tyler Johnson. Matthew Hawkschild. Griffith Steckel. Nicholas Reed. Mervyn Santana Jr. Jalen Ransing. Daniel Jones. Nicholas Hockery. Danny Londano. Gilberto Rodriguez Jr. Tyler Peters. Thomas Pena. Jerice Stokes Jr. Gabrielle Taylor. William Baumiller. Selena Lee. Ethan Adicott. Callahan Sensnick. William York Jr. Solstice Lead. Connor Kime. Rebecca Sipe. Dawit Borga. Jasmine Kleckner. Matthew Colosi. Grace Estella Murray. Aaron McNamara. Thomas Anthony Weidman. Seth Smith. Kylie Bowman. Benjamin De Jesus. Emily Hoy. Kane Gregory. Hannah Zimmerman. Terrence Jamal Dunkley. Vera Harishka. Dylan Lee. Holly McCragen. Harrison Tate Lockoff. Amanda Sigmund. Nicholas Ator. Taylor Von Schmidt. Trey Orner. Shannon J. Love. Amani S. Howard Earl. Skylar M. Jones. Michael Fisher. Jessica Giles. Logan Fry. Tara Benner. VJ Rathod. Lindsay Allcamp. Noah Locke. Kelly Renee Charles. Connor Nathan Brabant. Angela Christine Edgel. Trent Martin. Diani Lopez. Noah Zollner. Carolyn A. Spots. Trevor High. Kristen Ray Herzog. Emily Perez. Thomas Lowry. Brady Biemendorfer. Fabian Arias. Olivia Cruz. Jana Fritz. Trevor Dosher. Mackenzie T. Price. Michael Post. Skylar Painter. Hunter Miller. Callie Summer Miles. Maxwell Groff. Javier Flores. Miley Mua. Carly DeFilia. Daniel Martin. Monica Dewey. Jan Omida. Adam Fisher. Austin Crimes. Tirth Patel. Daquan Pack. Alina Wynn. Joel Ortez. Antonio Santiago. Tyler Macy. Darielle Bueno. Hannah Severine. Logan Henry. Anna Marie Rivera. Juan Baralo Paredes. Clarissa Taracha. Dakota Cisco. Casey Stump. Benjamin Sylvester. Iviana Marie Colon Kreider. William Santoro. Emily Pearl Bippus. Eric Graff. Madeline Lapp. Ryan James Rajnath. Destiny Hope Stoltzfus. Andrew Weber. Caitlin Rose Sellard. Alyssa Jean Ayers. Carolina Gonzalez. Socrates Seth Exanius. Kara Stauffer. Ryan Troy. Aaron Gilger. Caleb Glick. Kayla Allgaier. Connor Brinton. Kiara Reyes. Juan Marquez. Diamond Walker. Sierra Dawn Bailey. Austin Weaver. Alex Auger. Nathan Rebman. Cassidy Ray Martin. Jacob Martin. Neil Patel. Shane Adams. Storm Zink. Braden Nielsen. Elizabeth Brubaker. Matthew Weeder. Warren Weaver. Nathan May. Abigail Ayala. Genesis Gutierrez. Michelle Miller. Mitchell Daniker. Victoria Pack. Kaylin M. Williams. Ashley Fry. Bradley Bear. Rachel Pearl Robinson. Andres Rave. Sophia Loren Fernandez. Christopher Felix. Josie Groff. Rachel Fenning. Carson Humphrey. Megan Weinstein. Dominic Smith. Vioka Urenya. Matthew Tarosi. Alexis Christel Troy Schlager. Dylan Scott Winkler. Nicholas Zollner. Redit A. Musfin. Chinamera Thomas. James Schiffer. Tyler Furlong. Rigo Kingsley. Otis Kreider. Misael Ray Jr. Charles Hayford IV. Brittany Heister. Chaz Schickel III. Keegan Kuhn. Niger Martinez. Donnie Heck. Zachary Reel. Alpha Moya. John Nussbaum. Srai Vong. Ryan Nedrow. Hannah Todd. Jonathan Weiss. Nicholas Smith. Christopher Mousley. Peyton Warren. Zachary Newman. Elizabeth Herrera Aguilar. Ashante Eagle. Olivia Medina. Jackson Hoover. Gianna Christine Yurchak. Grant Stoltzfus. Amanda Horst. Calvin Van Leen. Amy Elizabeth Herr. Erin Danae Keener. Daphne Schmuck. Kyle J. Hauser. Trisha Erb. Landon Mark Hertzler. Allison High. Tyler Minnie. Carolyn Petsavan. Tommy No. Melina Santiago. Lorraine Robinson. Christopher A. Ayers, Jr. Brooke Catherine Creedy. Isaiah Matthew Paulin. Janessa Neff. Frangelis Valentine Colon. Peyton Cole. Theodore Blantz. Jordan Hartraft. Nick Lozier. Aisha Makhmadova Shafkatova. Collins Chariot. Jill Capiro. Zachary Knoll. Elizabeth Christina Joy Blaine. Bradley Bell. Natalia Bedoya. Mateo Adaleta. Tomislav Lopur. Lorenzo Roca. Jenna Comp. Sean Holmes. Emily K. Kuhn. Connor Smith. Jessica Hood. Zach Kerstetter. Mary Zinn. Margaret Virginis. Amy Sangri. Chase Hall. Jacob Probster. Daniel Stoltzfus. Zachary Maurer. Seth Stoltzfus. Sabina Scatchurilla. Sean Caraballo. Tristan Vaughn. Dianellis Nena. Abigail Lopez. Stephen Feliciano. Leo C. Folk. Michael Hecker. Caitlin C. Guy. Daniel Rodriguez. Guzman. Tyler Herbine. Jordan Jet Griffith. Jorge Rodriguez III. Jordan Snyder. Devin Hurst. Luke Spangler. Emily Caitlin Wilczek. Haley Anastasia Peachy. Todd Schertzer. And the class officers for the class of 2017, Secretary Madison Denaire Smucker. Treasurer Harper Dodd. Vice President Matthew Doherty. And the President of the class of 2017, Maggie Wong. Good job, girls. Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you the 2017 graduates of Conestoga Valley High School.